Hello, welcome to my channel, A Book Forest. My name is Kim and today I'm going to be doing my November and December wrap-up. So I had a couple of great reading months. Overall, greatly enjoyed all the books. I'm going to go from the one I least enjoyed to the one I most enjoyed as usual. So the first one I don't own, I got it from the library. It's Inferno by Dan Brown. It was alright. It's just like the first couple of books in the series, the Robert Langdon series, Angels and Demons and the Da Vinci Code, are really quite good, you know, very entertaining and yeah, very nice. Then I read the third book, and then this is the fourth book, Inferno. Both of them are kind of average. It kind of read like a travel vlog for Florence, Italy. If you really like Florence, Italy, you might enjoy it. But it's not on par with the first couple of books. But otherwise, yeah, it was enjoyable and it's an easy read, so I don't regret it. And I am gonna finish this series. So after that, unfortunately, it's one of the favorite. So I read a lot of Guy Gavriel this year in 2025 because I had a project of reading all of his books. And I was really looking forward to that one, the next one, because it's one of the favorites of the fans of Guy Gavriel, and unfortunately it didn't land for me in A Brightness Long Ago. So I thought it was kind of average. I actually felt like it was really long, and it's not that long. I really did not connect with the characters, unfortunately. I don't know, it's really well written and the characters are, as usual, well developed and everything. It's just, I don't know. There was something that I didn't quite enjoy in this book. The plot was meh for me, and the characters as well, unfortunately. It's set in a alternate Italy in the Renaissance period, and it might be this. Renaissance Italy is not my favorite period of time in history, and I don't know why. So it's a couple of condottieris, so like mercenaries, and they're rivals, and there's this young guy in the middle of the plot, like he's basically what happens when you make choices and what impact does that have on your life. And it's this young guy at the end, like as an older man, reminiscing about this certain period in his life. And usually I like that type of things, like nostalgia, but I just didn't, I don't know, I didn't care unfortunately. So yeah, I was really disappointed because everyone says it's a masterpiece, and I was like, yeah, I can see that. It's tight plot, characters, you know, but I just did not connect. So what can you do? And then I read, like, it's like a trilogy, those books in the same world, same time period, or like in a few years apart. So A Brightness Long Ago is set just before the fall of alternate Constantinople. So this is set in Battiara, which is kind of Italy, and in Florence, in the Renaissance period, right before the fall of Constantinople. So in this world, it's Sarantium, so right before the fall of Sarantium. And then there's a couple of other books that are set in the same world at different time periods, but overall like around the same time. So the next one I liked better is All the Seas of the World. Usually people like it less, so I don't know why. I think it's mainly the characters, honestly. Like, I like the characters in this one better. It's a bit not as tight. The plot is kind of a bit meandering, and it's set also in the Mediterranean, like the pseudo-Mediterranean, the sea. And it's a couple of merchants who are also kind of pirates. They kind of are hired to do a few things, basically, and they set out to murder someone. And in the world, like, there's different religions. There's Jad with like Christianity. There's also there's another religion that's more like Muslims, and they murder, like it's after the fall of like the fall of Serentium, now named Asharias. So Ashar is the religion of the similar to Muslims, and they just murder one of the biggest one of the caliphs, really, of this world, and like this, all of this plot is kind of a result of that. I don't know. It was meandering. It was kind of not a side, but I really did enjoy the characters. And then after that, I read also The Children of Earth and Sky, which is my favorite book of this trilogy. And it's set in the same world, but it's more like in the Balkans, of like alternate Balkans. And there's like parrots there, and it's like the Asharias is there, like Serentium has fallen and it's now Asharias. And it's the fight between those two people, like the Jadites and the Asharis. So it's kind of, yeah, I think I really enjoyed the main characters in this one. I loved them, and I cared about what happened to them. So there's a painter with kind of he has to paint the head of Asharias, like if you were painting the Ottoman, and yeah, it's very interesting, and there's a lot of fighting and a lot of heartbreak. Yeah, I enjoyed this because I think it's because it's not set in Battiara, which is Italy. I don't know why, but I don't like the setting of Battiara. So it's set more in kind of Dubrovnik. So yeah, I think that's why I enjoyed it more. It's more of a Greek peninsula type of setting, and there's a lot of fighting, and there's a lot of people maybe breaking their hearts and risking their lives, and heroes of the age. Very interesting. But for this trilogy, I mean, if that kind of setting inspires you, I would say like go for it, but for me it's not as good as his other works, unfortunately. I enjoyed his other works better. So those were my last Guy Gabriel case that I read, and they're not my favorite, unfortunately, but it's okay. They can't all be your favorite. And the fact that I'm having trouble like telling about the plot is kind of why. I don't know. It wasn't impactful for me. And then I read a novella, Blood Brothers Beyond by Rob J. Hayes. It's set in his Mortal Techniques world series. It's the last one I had to read before I finished this series, and I really enjoyed it. I don't usually like novellas, but this one was really fun. He's really good at writing novellas. Some of my favorites have been by him. And it's a couple of old robbers, criminals, really, like they were just part of a gang. It's kind of three brothers, part of a gang. They're not really brothers, but they were like very close, so they like brothers. So they were called the Brothers Blood. And there's two of those guys who have done, like, they've gone on with their lives. They're now doing something else. But their other brother, who was kind of the wild child of the bunch, is dead, and they need to bring him to heaven. So in this world, you have to climb a mountain, and it can bring, if you burn the body on top of the mountain, then the person goes to heaven. And it's their quest to just bring their brother to heaven, and they're reminiscing about the old days, and maybe finding out things that they didn't know that changes their view of their past. And it's just like camaraderie and love for each other, even the one that has passed away. So I really enjoyed it, and there's fighting, and it was fun. So yeah, I love the Mortal Techniques series. I think it's great. So I really recommend it if you like that type of thing, like manga-esque, Asian inspired. Yeah, he has a really good talent with the characters as well. Like they're really lovable and approachable and fun. So then I read The Nameless Land by Kate Elliott. So it's the sequel to The Witch Roads. It's a duology. I enjoyed it a bit less than the first book, but it was quite good as well. Like it's great. It's just the first book. I don't know. I thought this one was not answering all the questions I had from the first book, and I was kind of disappointed by that. But I think maybe she's planning on writing more in this world, because the ending, it's an open ending. Like it sounds like she wants to explore it more. So hopefully, because I really enjoy the characters. I'm not gonna go because it's a sequel, but you can watch my review of The Witch Roads. I'll link it down below. It's a Asian inspired world as well, and it's the main character is Ellen. She's kind of a low ranking official of the empire, and the empire is all about caste. So if you're the prince, everyone bows to you. They can't say a thing at you, and if you're below, like there's like the lower rungs, like you kind of bow to everyone that's above you, and you can't really, like, you have to serve them and shut your mouth basically. And Ellen is kind of not necessarily part of that world entirely, and then we kind of explore a new world that was mysterious from the first book. And I don't know, there were some kind of dual plots. Like there's a one plot in the main, the one from the Witch Road, and then we go to another place, which I don't know if it was pertinent. I don't know if the side quest was all that important for the ending of this book, so I'm not sure, but I still enjoyed it. Like I would definitely recommend this duology if you want something fresh and interesting with good characters. Like I enjoyed all the characters in this, and even the kind of the bad guys I enjoyed. So yeah, and there's a nice love story there. Like I really enjoyed it. But yeah, overall I think I prefer the first book, but I'm curious to see if she's gonna write more in this world, because I will definitely pick those up. Because there's some mysteries that have not been resolved. I need to know. Then my runner-up, like my second favorite book of those couple of months, is River of Stars by Guy Gabriel Kay. I did a review of this one and the previous book, Under Heaven. It's a duology. I'll link this down below. I really enjoyed this. I love the main characters. The plot is really fun. Not fun, but great. Exploration of the end of an empire, power, war. Yeah, how do you end up diminished from your greatness? Like, how does an empire end up diminished? And yeah, and then there's poetry and lovely philosophy in there. So yeah, watch my review if you're interested. And then also another one I reviewed, so I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it's Something Wicked This Way Come, which was my favorite book that I finished in November or December. And I love this so much, and I did not expect to love it that much. But yeah, Ray Bradbury has a very distinct writing style. He's very good at writing characters, relationships. Like there's a father-son relationship in this that touched me so much. And a couple, the friendships as well, like the friendship between the two main boys. You know, I have a young boy that's kind of that age, a bit younger, and he has friends, so I can see, like, you know, the young boys, they're not always, they're a bit impulsive and stupid, but at the same time quite clever and wise in their own way, discovering the world and wanting to grow up so fast, and, you know, it's great. And also the creepy carnival. It was so creepy. Some characters, like there's a witch in there. Oh my god, I would not want to be next to her. And there's also the illustrated man, which is very scary and mysterious as well. Kind of don't. I think he has a book called The Illustrated Man, so I'll be curious to read that. But yeah, Ray Bradbury can write, and he has he has my heart now. I need to read more by him. I've read already 3 books by him, including this one, and now I need to read everything he's written. So yeah, this was my November, December. Let me know if you've read any of those, what you thought, if you agree with me or not. I know that Brightness Long Ago is an unpopular opinion, because a lot of people love that book, and it didn't touch me, so unfortunately I was kind of disappointed. So let me know what you have read in November, December, or in 2025, what you enjoyed the most. And see you next time.